Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel and Dorit here, and welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 55.
Yes, welcome everybody to another live stream. My name is Orit, for those of you who don't know, and this right here is Jewel, and we're founders of Essetino Artists. We're all about helping you simplify your marketing so you can amplify your results. And every single Thursday at 6 p.m. PST or 9 p.m. if you're watching from the Eastern side, we hold these live streams here to be a resource for you, to network with you, and to answer any questions that you have. So welcome. Welcome, everybody.
Yes, I'm just making sure the stream is going.
Yes.
And it is.
We're live streaming to Facebook right now as well as YouTube. And we're live streaming specifically to our Facebook group. If you're not part of our Facebook group, we do have a group all about helping you grow your creative business. So yeah, it's the link that's scrolling down there on the bottom there.
Mm-hmm. And every week we like to start off with the wins.
Yes.
So let me pull up that banner and share your wins for the week. We love hearing them. We love sharing them. So please do. All right. We've got a couple people here. We've got
awesome.
Lisa
Hi,
in
Lisa.
the house. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? And hey, Roland, how are you doing, Roland?
Hey,
I
Roland.
hope that your toothache is feeling better.
Yeah, I heard about that. I really hope you're recovering. And I hope the pain goes away really soon. That really sucks. It's like you can't even eat or enjoy food at all.
No, I remember when I had braces.
Yeah.
I had braces for like 2 years. And I remember I would dread going in to get them tightened because they had to, these are the old school, it's not Invisalign. There was no Invisalign where you just put the retainers in.
Yeah, it was the metal.
It was old school braces, and they had to they would just tighten these wires, and it would just, my whole mouth, I remember the very beginning, it was like, all you could really eat was soft foods, Jello,
yeah,
that kind of thing. And it was just, I remember, like, your whole mouth is throbbing and you're hungry, but all you can eat is Jello and smoothies and drinks. And you're just like, I remember I wanted chips so bad. I used to be obsessed with Old Dutch jalapeno chips, jalapeno flavor Old Dutch. But they're like the crunchiest kind of chip. They're like the kettle chips where they're like a thick potato and extra crunchy. And I remember having to break them up like into small pieces and just kind of like
bird food.
Yeah, eating it like bird food. So I'm telling you this.
So she feels for you, Roland.
Yes, I feel for you, and hopefully it's not as bad as having to crumble up chips and put it in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, we've got...
Hey, Jojo.
Jojo in the house. Hey, Jojo, how's it going? We've got Timothy. Hey, Timothy, how are you doing? Share your wins for the week. And let's give some positive healing vibes for Roland. He's got a really bad toothache right now, and he can't deal with it until tomorrow. I believe you're getting an extraction, so hopefully you can actually get some rest and some sleep.
Yeah. So share your wins with us, guys, in the comments. Let us know how your week has been. Anything exciting happened? You've hit a milestone. You had some growth. You did that thing that you said you were going to do. We'd love to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. And people are asking, oh no, what's the matter, Roland? When? Made an appointment for the tooth extraction right in the morning. Nice. Yeah. I was
Needs to get done.
I was asking my sister about, what can be done. And she's like, besides painkillers and putting an ice pack, at that point, you do just need the extraction.
You just have to feel the pain for a little bit. Sorry, Roland.
And this story may make you feel better. Quick story on the tooth again. So I had my wisdom teeth coming in as well after my braces. And I had to get all 4 of them removed because the wisdom teeth were actually growing horizontally. So how teeth grow like this vertically? Well, one time they were like looking at my x-rays and they're like, okay, you got to get these wisdom teeth taken out because they're growing in horizontally and they're going to like mess up your teeth and stuff. So they're like, you need to get all 4 of them taken out. And when I had to get the wisdom teeth operation, the doctor, he said that it was his last day. He was a wisdom teeth extraction type dentist. And he said this was his last day and I was his last patient. And
Lucky you.
He said it was a doozy for him. He said that he doesn't often get the horizontal ones. And because it was horizontal, you cannot extract the teeth normally. So what he had to do was crack my teeth while I was awake with pliers. I had to be awake because he said just in case I choke on something, I need to be able to spit it out. But everything was numb, so it didn't hurt. But I will tell you, it is the most strangest, scariest sound to hear your own teeth crack in your head. So
oh my God. That was what an intro to this week's mastermind.
And because it was so intense, my face was like huge. It was like ballooned up. I couldn't even go outside. Gosh. I was still a teenager, so I was super embarrassed. And it was like huge.
Oh man.
There you go. So hopefully you
feel Roland, better. We hope you feel better and you'll pass the extraction and you'll feel so much better, ready to get back into it. So sending you positive healing vibes.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Back to business. Timothy says,
Timothy's win.
Okay.
I purchased a cap press today. I'll be able to make custom hats for branding my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool. Ooh. That's awesome.
I wonder if that's
the cap press. Is that
similar to what the Costco thing that
like Cricut?
The Cricut. Yeah.
Is it like a physical machine, Timothy? Is that what you mean? Like it's like a subscription,
yeah,
to a website that
like
does
a
this
print on demand type thing. But yeah. That's awesome. That's exciting. Gonna get some branded merch up on the YouTube channel.
That's cool.
Very cool.
And people are sending healing vibes to Roland. Yes, most definitely. Home Inspection Authority says, I took your advice and added my channel link to my email signature. I will let you know if I see any results. Awesome. What kind of, that's really cool that you took action on that. What kind of text did you add along the link?
Yeah. What was your call to action? You'd be surprised. Like you might not know that people are checking out that link. Say anything. Because I enter Zoom meetings all the time with prospective clients. And they tell me that they saw some of my music videos. And I was like, how did you get that? How did you get my music channel link? And it's from my signature. So yeah, you never know who's checking you out. That's the point. And as long as you have some really enticing call to action words there, I think I had something specifically like,
watch my latest music video.
Yeah, something very specific rather than just my music channel link, right? something like more of a specific call to action
Like
that's going
a
to be more
hook.
enticing. Yeah.
We've learned a lot about hooking people. There's so many things everywhere. What's going to hook their attention, right? So I'm actually going to be updating our email signatures with our new sales funnel links that we have.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking about what is, a short, sweet and short piece of text that I can put that will hook someone, that will make them click on that.
Mm-hmm.
Roland saying thank you. We've got Teddy B in the house.
Teddy.
Hey, Teddy.
How's it going?
People are saying get well, and it's like, yeah, that wisdom teeth was there's more to the story that I'm not even telling.
That's the Coles notes.
Yeah, that's the shortened version, but I'll go into it a little more one day. Brayden says, good luck with the extraction. It'll be sore for a couple of days, but compared with the pain you must be feeling now, it's going to be so much better. Here, grab some of the
Wasn't
comments.
there some tooth extraction video? A vlog of some sort on our channel? I just remember us making Jell-O.
You had to get your wisdom. That was from when we were doing Empower Network.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a different channel.
Vaguely had that pop into my head. Good luck with the extraction. It'll be sore for a couple days, but compared with the pain you must be feeling now, it's going to be so much better after. Yes. Thanks for the healing wishes to Roland, Brayden.
Yeah, the story is scary.
I know.
I have a lot of
mine will be a cakewalk.
I have a lot of medical scary stories.
Hello, getting clean on the prairies. Lovely to see you here. Good evening. Missed out the past few weeks. No worries. We're happy to have you here.
And I wanted to say that a quick one there.
Back here.
If you haven't checked your emails, I know that you were in the previous SEO course, which I will be talking about in a second, but make sure that you join the other Facebook group that we have for the previous SEO members. There's a new private Facebook group for you guys to join.
Yeah, why don't we share some of our wins?
Okay.
And then we'll come back to the comments here. I think that ties in nicely as well. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Okay. So some of our wins, share some of your wins, guys. Some of our wins. Last week, we showed you the funnel that we built, the click funnel, sales funnel that we built for our course that took us about a year to build. It's been very rewarding to know that that's completed and we are now in the marketing process.
Yes.
So last Thursday, we showed it to you guys, and then we're kind of doing like a soft marketing right now. We're not sending like boatloads of traffic yet. We're just kind of slowly doing it as we go along. There is a lot to do, but we made our first sales on the funnel, and it's super rewarding to know that you can build something and you put it out there and someone purchases it, and it's like they're going through the course now. And yeah, we made our first like $500 on it, and we're really excited. It's even though you get to a certain point, the first sale of something that you start new is always exciting.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting right now. And shout out to all of you guys who've been seeing our ads. That's another win, is that the paid ads have started to go out both on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you see them, we'd appreciate a like or a comment or something on them. That would be awesome. Some of you guys have already liked them and done some comments. It really does help us out.
And thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, and some people have even shared them, which is really cool. So thank you guys so much. If you see our ads around, that's us. We're getting out there.
Yeah. And also another win, if you have been a student of our Rank Your YouTube Videos Higher course on our Teachable Academy, the win is that we've now moved you all over and grandfathered you into the YouTube SEO Simplified new system. So with that system, you'll have some access to bonuses. We sent you some information. We sent you a couple emails this past week. So if you haven't been getting them, please do let us know. Message us and we can make sure we get that info to you. But you can now log in and you'll have pretty much all of the same information there. That's the course that we're going to be updating, YouTube SEO Simplified. And you have access to an exclusive Facebook group. That's just going to be all about YouTube. So sent that out to you guys. And we have some people contacting us already to be affiliates of the program. And we're in the midst of setting up our affiliate for this program. So things are moving.
And when we know more information about, the percentages and everything, we know it's going to be free to join the affiliate program.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know what the percentages and everything like that, like the commission rates and whatnot. And we'll let you guys know soon.
Yeah, it should be ready, I would say, by next week. So we'll keep you guys posted on that.
All right, and shout out to Braden.
Yes,
it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Braden. That's awesome.
What did you do anything exciting for your birthday? Did you
Do you usually celebrate or anything?
Some people don't celebrate, but I'm so used to doing something for my birthday. That's just me. I always want to celebrate life. Actually, you should be celebrating that every day, but
I used to be upset on my birthdays when I was younger.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. When I was younger, I was and I know why I would get upset is because I was worried about getting older and I didn't have a plan for life, right? Because it all stems back to my education. I wasn't very smart in school, so I would get bad grades. And so at the time, when you grow up in the 90s, you think that if you don't get good grades, that you're not going to have a cool life because you can't go to, university or whatever to get the good job and whatever. That whole trajectory. So I used to think about that a lot, and I used to get upset about getting closer and closer to graduating, when you're 18 and stuff. But as we've seen, that doesn't really play a role at all.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter. But now, after I got over that, I love to celebrate my birthday, and I usually like going to the movies. I usually like going all out movies. Sometimes I like even doing a double feature. I like to go to the VIP cinemas now, where you get the leather chairs, the reclining leather chairs. Those are always fun.
And way more leg room.
Or the D-box seats, where they kind of it usually is good for an action movie, and then it shakes and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it rumbles.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it's kind of like a roller coaster, but not. So that's what I usually like doing on my birthday. But happy birthday, Braden.
Happy birthday, Braden. That's awesome.
Timothy is saying that it is a machine used to make hats. That's cool.
Nice. Merch. Yeah, we're working on the merch because we're actually I've started writing some new copy for our website, and I've already
Explain
put aside
what copy is, because people don't know what that means.
So any piece of marketing that you're putting out there, whether it's your website, it's like a free guide or a post on Facebook or wherever, sometimes it's the text part of it is referred to as copy. So that's basically a fancy word of saying marketing speak, marketing text. And it's just really what it is being able to connect with your customers and whoever's landing on your website or reading your post. So I've been working on really simplifying and clarifying our messaging for Essetino. And so with that, I have some cool taglines, and you guys know Simplify to Amplify is definitely one of them. So it's coming soon. The merch is coming soon. Linda, I don't know if Linda's in the house, but she'll be happy.
I don't think Linda's here. Maybe she's going to watch on the replay.
Yeah.
People are saying happy birthday to Braden. Home Inspection Authority said, I put a YouTube logo and some text next to the link. Yeah, think about putting some enticing text, because people are constantly getting emails. It's common, right? So any chance you get to stand out and put a hook, a hook type text, definitely take that opportunity. But great job on putting the link there.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to give you more chances than if it weren't there. People are saying happy birthday.
Awesome. And we'll get to our discussion question in a bit, guys, here. So stay tuned and stick around. We got a good question for you.
Mm-hmm. And Lisa says, may I ask what you are drinking, Jewel? Yes, I am drinking a Quest chocolate protein shake.
It's like Essetino branded colors.
Yeah, it's like got a purple branding as well. I didn't really even notice that. I think it's only for their shakes because they have other colors for their different products and stuff. So Quest is I actually heard of Quest. If you guys watch Impact Theory on YouTube, it's
Impact
this
Theory.
by this guy called Tom Bilyeu, and he has an awesome interview show, very thought-provoking, like crazy discussions, very interesting type topics. And he is, I believe, one of the founders of Quest, which is a brand that does mainly, they started off with their protein bars, and it was a brand towards for people who are into fitness.
Yeah.
So I started watching him first because he had Mel Robbins on there, who is also a famous author and motivational speaker. And then I found out that he was part of Quest, and then I was like, oh, I like him. He has integrity. So his company will likely be like that as well. So that's why I started trying his products, and that's why I'm drinking that right now.
Yeah, he has some great podcasts as well as interviews. Like he has amazing guests that you guys have definitely heard of, who come in, and he asks them. The way he interviews is just so. He asks the questions that everyone wants to know, and he really engages with his guest and like asks deeper questions, and the discussion that comes out of those shows is just, I love it so much. It's so thought provoking and very valuable.
We've got Liat in the house. Hey,
Hi,
Liat. Thank you so much for stopping by. And all right, Getting Clean on the Prairies is going to check it out.
Good stuff.
When is that you only had 2 wisdom teeth? Yeah, I had 4, and it was intense. It was like 2 weeks my face was blown up. People are saying happy birthday. Awesome. Amazing on the funnel sales. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting when you've spent so long on this and it's finally going out in the ads, and people are messaging me saying, hey, I saw your ad on the blog post. Hey, I saw you over here. And it's like they're sending me screenshots, and it's like, oh my God, it's happening. Yay. Awesome. All right. Liat is sending you healing vibes for the mouth, for the the toothache that you have there. And yeah, birthdays used to not be fun, but now they're totally fun. Now I want to do crazy stuff. I want to jump off stuff. I want to do adventures.
I want to jump off
stuff.
I
want to live life. Movie day, yeah, try it out on your birthday. And the shake merch, I know, right? This shake could totally be not sponsored.
Awesome. Okay, and I think we're all caught up with the comments.
Can't wait for the new merch.
Nice. Yes, coming your way. Let's move on to the question that we have for you guys. So Jewel's going to type it in. Have you typed it in yet? Oh, yeah. Perfect. She's ahead of the game. All right. So the question that we have for you, if you could please put your answer in the comments. What topic or topics have you been obsessed about lately? We want to know, what have you been really into lately? And it could be anything. It doesn't just have to be
business or
anything. So anything. Yeah. And if you want to name more than one, that's totally fine. So what has really gotten you like super interested in, or you just get kind of lost in time when you're reading it or learning about it or doing it? Would love to hear you about that, guys. So please put it in the comments.
I'll start off with mine.
And we'll share ours. Yeah.
So a couple of things. So first, I've been obsessed with coming up with a plan to market the sales funnel. And I'm really into lists. Like I like handwriting lists. Like I will take a piece of paper and I will list out like 100 things. If there is 100 things to list, I will list it all out in pages and pages of it. So I am, now that the funnel is finished, I'm becoming obsessed with executing on what's on that list. And right now I'm actually going through our entire 1,500 videos and manually changing each one of the video's descriptions, and it's taking me a while. I'm on like I haven't been doing it in consecutive days because sometimes you need to take a break from it. And so I've been doing it, maybe it's like day 5. You can't do it all in one day because you'll just lose your mind. So day 5 of it. So I would say I'm obsessed because it's 1,500 videos that I'm literally going into manually and switching it up in there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's like a huge thing that will help us out so much. Do you enjoy doing it though? Like
I do
obsessed about it in a positive way?
Yeah, I do enjoy doing it to a certain point, that when after with anything, if you stare at the computer screen for too long, your head hurts.
Yeah.
So I like to stop and take a break and stuff. But yeah, that's what I'm obsessed with, business wise. And then personal wise, I've been obsessed with, I'm anxiously awaiting my new diamond painting because I really want to get started on that. And I'm also been thinking a lot about cooking. Like I want to, the other day I made this crazy cilantro sauce, and I let my sister and her husband try it and some people, and they said it really tasted good and I loved it. And whenever I make something and it tastes really good, I get really excited and I like want to make it over and over and over again.
I've also been obsessed with that cilantro sauce. I have to say, it's pretty amazing. Nice. For me, it's been marketing, copy. Again, going back to copy. So specifically in marketing, what I've been obsessed about is how to clarify your message. And some of you guys have heard me talk about story brand scripting and story brand marketing. It's an amazing book by Donald Miller, where he shares like a 7-part framework, so step-by-step way of really clarifying what it is that you do and how you can help someone else solve a problem. So it's like, it sounds complicated when you hear me saying that, but it's actually very simple. And yeah, again, I love everything that's simplified. It just makes things so much clearer. And when you eliminate confusion, people actually get it and they buy from you, or they watch your video, or they, give you that like. It's really, eliminating confusion is the key to marketing. So I've been obsessed about writing proper copy for our website, and I've just been completely immersed. And it doesn't just have to be like website copy. It's like everything from writing a script for my YouTube video or writing a script for the Facebook ad, or like writing an email and sending that out. It's just, it all ties into what do you want to say? What do you want to say in this message? How do you want people to act, or what action do you want them to take? And just really simplifying all of that. So,
well, another thing I forgot to mention that I've been obsessed with for a while now is getting in the best shape of my life. So since 2018, when I was at my heaviest, I told myself that I'm going to lose all this weight that I gained over the years, and I'm going to be in the best shape that I feel, like the strongest, and the certain things that I want to do fitness wise. And so that's another thing I've been obsessed with.
Nice. That's been like a constant obsession for
me.
A lifelong journey.
All right. Liat says she's been obsessed with energy healings. That's really cool and interesting.
Ooh, very nice.
Wow, energy healings. That's different. And that's really cool.
Do you want to say more about that? Like what kind of energy healings? Say more about like what type of healing is
I know that I've heard of Reiki, which is an energy healing as well. Roland says
sport side by side.
Sport side by sides. Is that the term that they're called? Because I always thought they were like off-road vehicles, or I know it's not ATV because the ATV is like the one with the handles and it's like the one person.
Yeah.
So I never really know what the actual terms are, but those are awesome. That's really cool. The one Roland.
That's what you showed us, right, Roland?
Yeah, that's the one that he found. It's not his. Like that's one that the dealer had gotten.
Yeah.
But the one that you're getting, that must be so fun, and it's going to be so. The fact that you will own one. Remember, we only did one for one day in Israel, and it was crazy.
It was so much fun.
It was
we were like going through these dirt mountains in Israel, and like some crazy hills, and even through some sort of like side pasture with cows and whatever.
Yeah, there was cows
like random
everywhere.
Cows.
And then the guide was he only spoke Hebrew, and he was like saying like just make sure you don't hit the cows. and we also went through a banana farm, like a banana
that was amazing
growing farm. So there were just like the leaves were huge. If you've ever seen like a banana tree, the leaves are so big, and I remember like our faces were getting hit with the banana leaves. I felt like
I was in a tropical rainforest, just like these like massive banana leaves trees, like you're surrounded.
It was like a grow up of bananas.
Yeah, and they were like all the trees were really close together, except for this one path that you could ride down, and it was really cool.
So those are totally fun. Nice. Totally fun.
We share that obsession. Teddy says nuclear.
Can you say more about that?
Nuclear
obsession.
What? Nuclear waste. The nucleus of an atom. Please let us know more about that, Teddy. Would love to hear more about that.
Lisa is saying, because I think Leah was talking about her hair, and she got it done in Baltimore, Maryland.
Ooh,
I've never been there. I always hear about, every time I hear about Baltimore, I always think about that movie.
Hairspray.
Hairspray, yeah, because they do that song about Baltimore, right?
Yeah. Good morning, Baltimore.
Yeah.
Looks great, Lisa. Yes.
Awesome. Leah's saying that I'm a great cook. Love my grilled cheese. Thank you. Yeah, actually, that cilantro sauce was also paired really with the grilled cheese.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. You know how sometimes YouTube suggests random videos? So there was this random video in my feed, and I just saw green everywhere, and it was so vibrant, and I'm attracted to colors. And so I just clicked on this video, and then all of a sudden this guy's like, I'm going to teach you how to make a cilantro sauce for your grilled cheese. And what hooked me was that he said that this sauce that he's talking about, the cilantro sauce, was what allowed him to eat grilled cheese for 2 years, every day for 2 years.
Oh, man.
And so that was a great hook. I'm not interested in eating grilled cheese every day for 2 years, but that hooked me. And so I'm like, wow, what do you mean? Like, what is this sauce? And I never made a sauce like that. So that's what attracted me to that.
It's really good. Timothy says, besides work, I've been obsessed with professional photography and video techniques.
Ooh.
Interesting. Advanced geometries. Advanced geometry.
Okay.
As well as studying the German language.
That's cool.
That's really cool. That's a bunch of different things.
Have you tried, for learning language, there is a website software called wait, I'm blanking out.
What is one if I may ask, what is really enticing you to learn German?
Yeah.
Because not very many people would say that's the language they want to learn, so I'm really curious and intrigued by that.
Well, that's like me and how
like you, yeah.
I still have a goal to learn Hebrew. I know a little bit of it. I would say I know as much as like a child, like a 5-year-old child or less. I used to know how to write it, and I used to went to Hebrew school here in Vancouver. They have a Jewish community center, What was that?
I'm trying to think of it too, but I
Oh,
can't
God.
remember. It's like the number one
Damn it. What is it?
the
For
number one
language learning.
software, yeah, for language learning.
I
So are
bought
you taking classes, Timothy, or are you learning online?
that course like way before they became really popular. Rosetta Stone.
There we go.
Yes, there you go.
Good one.
God. I was like, there's another one called Pimsleur, but yeah, that's cool.
That's very cool.
Shout out
thank you,
to Timothy on the super sticker donation.
Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's so nice of you that you donate almost every week, and we want to let you know that you don't have to, but we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, we
and
really do.
We're always telling people that, Timothy is always donating to us and that we really appreciate it. And you guys, if you haven't checked out his channel, he's an amazing airbrush artist. If you want to just check out, watching art and having good conversation, he does live streams like us every week. And he has a good setup where it's like right down onto the actual painting, airbrush painting that he's doing. So you can see it live, like literally live. And he's explaining and talking. And you're really great on camera as well.
Thank you so much, Timothy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
And
hello,
Alan from the Philippines.
Good morning.
Yes.
How are you?
And
Getting it clean on the prairie says usually spend an hour or so every evening watching how-to videos. Every night is a different rabbit hole.
I know, right?
I can
you never know what you're gonna watch.
I know. It's just YouTube is the how-to search engine, so you can literally learn anything about anything and go down some major rabbit holes. Yeah, I'd call that an obsession for sure.
And Teddy B is talking about radioactive stuff. I have a few things like uranium.
Okay.
And I don't know how to pronounce this. Cesium.
An amount of cesium the size of a dime would render Central Park uninhabitable for the next 300 years. Wow.
Interesting. Have you seen that movie? Sorry, it's not a movie, but they made it into like a series because they had to extend it. But it's about the nuclear thing that happened in Ukraine, or was it the famous one?
Yeah. What's it called?
Oh my God.
Why is this happening?
When you're put on the spot, you blank out. Okay, it's like famous everywhere, and they.
Anyways, I'm sure you guys
somebody type it in.
I'm sure you guys know what we're talking about.
Yes, there you go.
Thank
Chernobyl.
you.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Twice in a row.
If you haven't seen the series of the events, very well done. Like the filming, the storytelling.
Yeah.
It was so good. It was really good. And I think it was like a 4 or 5 part episodic series. And I really enjoyed it. And I felt so bad for when it happened.
Where does cesium come from, Teddy? Is that an element that can be found, like readily found on Earth? Or I don't know anything about it, but if it's that deadly, I'm wondering, where does one get it? Or is it even possible to get it? Like, it must be protected somehow. Really interesting stuff. Timothy says, I love the strength of the German language. It's so assertive. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm learning from library books, and my library has Rosetta Stone online for free.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, when we were in Germany and you would hear, most of the people did speak English, but when you would hear it, it was like, whoa, I'm not used to it. It's so strong.
It's a very commanding language. Yeah, he's right. It's very commanding, and it's like instant attention grabber. If you can do a hook in German for your YouTube videos, you're set. Really cool.
Lisa said she is obsessed with diamond painting, and she is obsessed. Awesome. I heard you on the other live stream that I saw you on, Lisa, that you learned about diamond painting from Liat. So that was really cool.
And I saw you connect with Dawn, I think. I think that was last week. Yeah. You guys were or you had messaged Dawn, because she has some great videos as well on diamond painting.
She's obsessed with diamond painting. Her whole channel is about diamond painting.
Yeah.
And Timothy says, it's a wonderful service you do for everyone. It is so worth the donations. Thank you so much. We seriously look forward to these every week. It's a great time for us. In the beginning, it was very scary. I would get really nervous because it is live and it's like, what do I do when I don't know what to say? But as you can see now, we blanked out and we're like, what is it? And then you guys just help us out.
I think it just, it helps to kind of let go, just be okay with everything that unfolds, because it will unfold in so many different ways. And I think as long as you're okay with that, and then it doesn't make it scary. It doesn't make it nerve-wracking. It doesn't like make it even worse, So yeah, it's just from doing this over and over again, we've really just become so comfortable sitting here talking to you guys, and we love doing this so much. We love it.
We've got Total Pain Enterprises in the house.
Hello, John. How's it going?
Brayden says, I've been thinking of buying myself a camera and learning photography. And also, when you're ready, you want to start a YouTube channel. That's so cool. What kind of camera are you interested in buying? Like a full-on DSLR, or like, the small Sony ones that are kind of like the more digital? Or are you wanting to get like a traditional camera?
Do you want to recommend some cameras for YouTube?
The most like being like a mid-range is the Canon M50. That's kind of like the camera across the board that most people use. There's another Sony one, the Sony GX7 or something. When I was doing my research, I chose the Canon M50 because it was recommended by a bunch of people that I look up to. And as I've mentioned before, we did have this Nikon D5500, but as we found out, Nikon is good for photography. So I'm actually wanting to sell that one because I'm personally not into photography. But yeah, I'm very happy with the Canon M50, and I've recommended it to our other students as well, and they love it as well.
Yeah, that's for a DSLR though, if you're wanting to go for that. And I believe, Brayden, we have in our Facebook group, which I know you're part of, in the files section, I believe there's a list in there of our setups and like all of the equipment that we use for different kinds of setups. So feel free to take a look at that.
Yeah, and they always do like big sales during Black Friday and online and stuff, and that's when we got our Canon M50, was during the Christmas time when it was on sale. All right, and yeah, the German is a great hook, and I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I remember when we were in Germany, we just kept saying
Ashton.
We kept saying 9, which is no. Right?
Yeah, that's like the simplest.
It would be like 9.
Yeah, I think we had to look up yes because we just knew 9. Remember?
Yeah. When you're in the country, it's easier to learn because it's all around you and stuff. And I remember I was saying a bunch of lines around, with the locals and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it now.
Yeah, neither. Germany was really cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Full of history and art.
So much to learn.
And we were in, what part of Germany were we in?
We were in
Berlin.
Yeah, we were in Berlin.
And there were 2 parts in Berlin. There's like this more historic part, and then more of like the urban part where they have all like the graffiti
East
and
Berlin.
All that crazy art. And it was we took this tour from this guy on Airbnb who knows the history of all the graffiti, and he took us to all the crazy murals and spots, and it was unreal, like the things that we were seeing, the murals that were done by a single person. The art was just amazing.
Yeah, there were like full-on stories behind every single piece of art and the history behind it, and you could like literally see the history of Germany in the graffiti on the walls and what happened with the Berlin Wall.
Yeah, we saw the Berlin Wall as well.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Partial pieces of it.
And then the monument there that they have with the dedicated to the Holocaust. So much history there and so much to see. Like it's very, very artsy as well.
And Braden says, I'm thinking of a Canon M50. And Timothy says, women say 9 a lot to me too. And I believe your name is Tracy, right? Tracy, for getting it clean on the prairies, because I want to make sure to call you by your name. And Canon M50, yes, I can say that if you are new to DSLR world, or even not really, Canon M50 is great. They have an amazing autofocus. That's the main reason why I got it, is because I could not stand having not a good autofocus. The Nikon did not have autofocus, and so you literally needed someone to press the button all the time, or you needed to press it, and you're trying to step not too close and back, but when you set it to the face mode, it just follows you, and it's clear and it's crisp and it looks good. And there's some things that you need to learn with the color and the temperature and the f-stops and stuff, but for the most part it's pretty simple.
It's fairly easy to use, like not much of a learning curve, you would say?
Yeah, I would say,
if you haven't used a DSLR before.
I would say a couple of YouTube videos. There's tons of the cool thing is there's tons of Canon M50 tutorial videos on how to use it, on how to set it up for a simple filming. I don't even know how to do the full crazy effects, because I don't need to do the crazy effects. We just need to film our kinds of YouTube videos, and that works for us. But totally recommend that camera.
Yeah, we've been using it for a while now too, the Canon M50. And would you say, like, you're totally happy with it? Would you say anything need to consider?
I would say that if you're going to get a Canon M50, you need to get, with any DSLR camera, you need to get an external microphone. So you cannot rely on the microphone from the camera. They're usually crap. I don't know why. Cameras, I guess they just focus on the video and they don't focus on the audio.
No one's made a 2-in-1 yet.
Yeah, so
like
I
a
mean,
really good one.
Either we use a lapel mic. We use like the lapel mic that we did a contest on here.
The Power Device.
Power Device. We have several different kinds of microphones. We have the lapel microphone. We have a wireless microphone. We have
a shotgun microphone.
Which sits
on top of the camera.
We have an expensive wireless one as well. And at the end of the day, here's the funny thing. We have all these microphones, and the one that we use the most is the cheapest one, which is the lapel microphone, the Power Device, which is like the $30.
It works great.
Because it's the fastest to set up. It's the simplest. You literally just plug it in, and it's not powered externally. There have been so many times with external microphones where they're powered separately. So you have batteries in that too. And it's because it's wireless, right? It has to have a separate power source. So many times where you forget to turn it on, or you've turned it on and while you're talking, the battery dies, or you're talking and there's weird transmissions going on because there's cell phones, and it creates crazy static.
We've been through all of the scenarios.
And you don't find out until the end. Yeah. You don't find out until you've done a 15-minute video of unboxing, and it's completely static. So we like to keep it simple, and we just like to use things that we know is going to cause us the least trouble.
So I hope that's been helpful for you guys, for those of you who are looking to buy that camera.
Yeah. Okay, so Leah says she typed out, sorry, go ahead.
She typed out a whole explanation for the energy healings that you mentioned you've been obsessed about lately, and it got deleted. Wow. Okay. So to sum it up, everything is energy. We are energy. all our organs resonate at a certain frequency. When balance is achieved, you are healthy. I believe
Yep.
that. I believe we are energy. I mean, you can walk into a room and feel a completely different energy than some other place, right? I think yeah, I think there's so much to learn about that.
I totally agree. I always say everything is energy. And once you understand that, you can use that to, I don't want to say like advantage, like you're going to win over other people, but you can use it to have a great life. Like you can use it
Well, you can, yeah,
to your benefit. Like
you can harness the energy that you want. You can harness the energies that you want to have more of in your life. And we really make it our goal, whether it's like through these live streams or whatever we're posting on social media or on YouTube, we want to harness positive energy, and just be an encouraging source of energy, and one that you can easily connect with and feel good when you're interacting with us, because there's so much that happens in life. There's so many, so many ups and downs. And I know, particularly for a lot of people, these past couple of years, a lot of downs, a lot of downs. And so, we really make it our goal to harness the positive energies and be at that kind of space here for you guys.
that's what this whole Thursday at 6 p.m. PST is all about.
Yeah.
All right. So the Liat said, if you want to know more, I recommend you check out the following website. The website is not showing because it's weird with links. So just type out the name of it without putting the .com, and then it'll show.
I think she might have left already. I see a good night message here, but
Tracy,
we'll remember that.
Yes.
We'll remember that for next time.
Liat said, okay, have to leave. Have a great night. Love and light to all. Awesome. Braden said, we had Nikons and a Sony A75 at work. We did photography club with the kids, and I found that Nikon was so difficult to work with.
Yeah, we had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, I find it's for photographers. Like all the professional photographers that I know, they all use Nikon. They all are Nikon. And it is not for video, which...
So much happier with the Canon. Let's just say that. Braden says he loved the Sony, the A57 Sony.
Nice.
Cool. Don't know much about that one.
Yeah, I haven't used a Sony before.
Thank you, Jojo.
Jojo said, hit the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you so much, Jojo. Appreciate that. The cheerleader.
So earlier I said I would be into diamond painting, and I'm wanting to learn sign language.
Oh, nice.
Cool. And want to learn how to speak Vietnamese.
Wow.
Whoa, that's really cool.
That's crazy. Vietnamese.
That's definitely
also a harsh language as well.
Yeah. What inspired you to want to learn how to speak Vietnamese, Lisa? That's really cool.
Yeah. And people are saying, well said, Liette. Tracy said, making the switch from using iPhone to Canon M50 is holding me back. I do all filming and editing on my phone. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. So why do you want to get away from the phone and go to Canon M50? Are you not pleased anymore with the footage from your phone? Or are you thinking, I should be using an actual camera or anything like that?
Yeah. What is the reason for wanting to switch? That's a key question.
Roland says, this mastermind is very positive. Thank you, Roland. We are always trying to harness the positivity for you guys. We want you to take this energy on Thursdays and then take it through till next Thursday.
Yeah, absolutely. Let it ride in for the following week ahead. And yeah, like we are so grateful when we watch a video or like a live stream or read something that has really just made us think differently, or we learned something from it, or it just made us feel good. So yeah, it's all about like everything. I think Leah's right. Everything has energy in it, and it's really about the energy that you put into that piece of content that you create. That energy is going to come out on the other end for whoever is digesting that information.
Mm-hmm. And Timothy says lighting is so important for video. Yeah, it's super underrated. A lot of people don't realize that they do need good lighting in order, like, if you have
to get a crisp shot.
A lot of people have, like, those HD webcams or HD whatever, and then they're like, how come it's not looking so good? And it's like, well, because they don't have good lighting.
Yeah.
The lighting is what's going to make it HD.
Yeah. The lighting can just take something that's blurry and just make it really crisp quality. So yeah. Same here, Tracy, all on phone. Oh, you also edit your videos on the phone, Roland, or filming?
I've never tried that.
Yeah. I think we've had some questions on the channel about editing on mobile.
I prefer editing on a computer.
Yeah.
I would get so annoyed.
Yeah,
well, that's just because I grew up that way on the computer. I'm sure if I started on the phone, then I probably would enjoy the phone.
It's just like me. I hate texting out like this long message on WhatsApp. I'd rather just like send an email because it's easier and faster for me to type.
Timothy says the Canon M50 will be a game changer in quality from a phone.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, whoops.
Tracy says, hoping that a better camera and video editing software will improve the quality of my videos.
So you are thinking you're not happy with the quality of your videos from your phone, so that's why you want to get a Canon M50. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's great. I think that's great that you want to level up the quality of your videos. It definitely will. I mean, you can get great quality already from a phone. You really can with some of the cameras nowadays. Switching to a DSLR like the M50 it has a different, I think even though they're both good quality cameras, the DSLR just instantly like levels up. It has a different kind of vibe about it. You can see, I don't know how to describe it, but you can, or at least for me, I can tell when someone's using a DSLR versus like some other camera.
It depends.
Like a phone.
It depends if you know what you're doing with the phone.
Yeah.
I've seen like videographer channels where they are comparing an iPhone to a extremely expensive video camera, and it's not that much different.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, obviously.
Yeah. But like, see, it's just know that it's not, it's always good to level up with your channel, but what is the priority? What do you need to be focusing on right now for your YouTube channel? Is it the quality of your videos, or is it something else that will help it grow even more? Because as a channel, if you're not like doing videography on your channel, what's most important is your content itself, is what you're saying in the videos, what value you're offering. Are you teaching someone something? Are you like entertaining? Whatever type of content you put out there. Oh, Tracy, you have it was something Saskatchewan prairies, something to do. Oh yeah, gardening on the Saskatchewan prairies. I remember seeing your channel the other week. Yeah, so for you, actually, when you're doing a lot of outdoor stuff too, I think a DSLR would be really good. I think, with the natural lighting and everything, that will really up the quality of your videos. But just know it's not required. It's not something that is needed to really grow your channel.
Yeah, my only thing I would say, and the only reason why I am bringing this up, is because I used to have that problem with, I'm like, oh, I need to get this piece of gear to get better video and to, make it all seem better. It happened to me when I got my first GoPro. My sister bought me the GoPro Hero 3, and I was so almost scared of it, almost scared to use it because I had never used this kind of camera before. I didn't know what was going on with the micro SD card. Same thing happened with the DSLR. It didn't happen with the Canon M50 because I already had experience from using the Nikon for the first time. But yeah, I had this like weird feeling towards the gear, and it was holding me back, right? So that's why I always talk about you gotta keep things simple, unless you like if you are, because I feel like there's a hesitation going on, and what I don't want to happen is that you get a Canon M50 and then you end up not using it, and you're because when you pull out your phone, you can pull it out, boom, record, start going, right? Canon M50, you're going to need a tripod, you need a microphone. You should be setting the right aperture and the lighting and all that kind of stuff. And there's a little bit more to it. And I did a YouTube video on this where I was talking about you don't need expensive gear to be successful on YouTube. And when I make certain decisions about what I'm going to do for the videos and what decisions about anything, I put into effect the 80/20 rule. So I'm like, is filming this video on the Canon M50 going to make or break everything? Is this going to mean more revenue from the video? Is this going to mean that I'm going to get more clients? And most of the time, it's like, no, it can be done with the webcam. It's fine on this setup right here. It doesn't necessarily need the Canon M50. It doesn't need the extra setup. And so 95% of the time in the video that I was talking about, I use this setup right here because it's going to get me going faster. It's going to help me be consistent. Because if I have to pull, I love the Canon M50, don't get me wrong. It's just, it takes so much more. And what I don't want to happen is that it's going to hinder you from
producing content,
which it happens to a lot of people. They're like, I need all this gear to get going and get started, but then it's overwhelming. So I would say, if you like, I don't know how to say this.
No, you've absolutely stated, it's a great upgrade, but yeah, don't let it hinder you from moving forward.
And if you're like, content. If you feel confident, you're like, yeah, I'm ready for Canon M50, boom, let's go for it. But if you're like, I don't know, I'm so nervous about learning Canon M50, which I was so weird about using the GoPro, and now I love using the GoPro, and it's my go-to camera because, again, it's simple, it's easy, one button. Like, GoPro is my favorite camera when I go out.
Awesome. Okay. So Roland, you're saying, you're just filming, you use the laptop for editing. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of InShot as well. Some people have asked us about that. Filmic Pro app will give you more artistic abilities in video on your phone.
Yeah, so there's this video course that I bought. It is by he's got a huge Parker Walbeck YouTube channel, and he has a great videographer. If you want to be a videographer, he has an amazing course. And I don't necessarily want to be a videographer, but I took the course to understand video more. And it's been a great help, and I take it in sections every so often. And he talks about the Filmic Pro app, and yeah, he did an entire section on how he filmed a music video with just an iPhone. And it looked so good. And I don't know if he edited it on the phone, but he filmed it only with the phone, and it looked amazing. It looked really good quality. Lisa's saying good night. Have a good night, Lisa. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, see you next week.
Clint says, honestly, getting it clean, I think your camera vids look pretty good. The sound isn't bad either.
There you go. You got some feedback right there saying, I haven't, I think I watched one of your videos a while ago, Tracy. So I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look again, but it sounds like the quality of your videos is already pretty good. Just some things to keep in mind and some things to consider. We're not saying don't get the M50.
Yeah, we're just saying, I'm just going off of a couple of the comments and to get you to think differently about it in a more like, is this gonna make your channel grow by changing the camera? And most of the time it might not be. It might just be that you need to pump out more content, you need to do more SEO, that kind of thing. Just getting you to think differently.
This might change everything. Her husband's on board to buy
the
camera. Okay, just get the camera. Awesome. I bought a $200 wireless microphone, and after a couple uses went back to my 20 wired mic. Yes, I think improving my content is probably the best advice for me right now.
Yeah, exactly. Our wireless microphone was like, I don't know, $500. We used it a lot. But then we got sponsored by Power to Wise for their $30 lapel microphone.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is way easier, and it doesn't sound like yes, the other one still sounds better, but this one's way faster to set up. It's all about time, and how can you get going faster, and how can you get, in my opinion, keep the consistency and get more out.
We're all about, in order to be successful on YouTube, you need to make producing content for your channel a habit. So whatever you can do to overcome those obstacles, anything that's standing in your way from consistently just producing content and consistently releasing it too, those two separate things, making the video and then releasing it. So whatever you can do to just really make it a habit and eliminate any sort of obstacles or time barriers and make things simpler, easier to use, we're all for that. And that's how we've been able to produce so many videos as well. It's like really become a system.
I'll tell you, sorry.
And I was going to say, once you really, you're in that zone where it's become a system, you're so used to just creating, releasing that, and putting the right, SEO to it as well. That's when it really just kind of starts to snowball, and then it starts to work for you. Every single video will start to work for you and bring people back to your channel.
As a tutorial channel, we do need to pump it out. Like, we need to have quite a bit of pieces of content so that it can work for us. And I'm telling you, if we would have not gotten to 1,500 videos with the Canon M50, it would have just taken so much longer. And oh God, there's been so many times where I was so frustrated with this, just setting it up with this lighting, and then I had to wait till it's dark, and I'm like, oh man, you'd get so annoyed sometimes, because when you learn about videography and how long it takes to actually set it up for the scene, it can take like an hour to set up the proper lighting and all the angling and everything. If you're getting really perfectionism with it, and you're doing like a professional shoot, like a video shoot, when we would film Arit's music videos, you know how long it would take to just set up the scene? It would take forever.
For like a 3-minute video at the end of the day.
And you're just doing one section of it. So we're all about simplifying. Simplify to amplify. Yes, that's what we tell everybody. Boom. And Teddy B says, audio quality is important. Your voice should sound full, not weak. Yes, audio trumps the video quality.
Yeah.
If you have crisp HD quality, but then your audio is like staticky and it's like it's not good, it's the people can't listen to it for very long. So
that was one of the things in the top 15 reasons why most YouTube channels fail. That was one of the mistakes, the common mistakes that YouTubers make. They don't pay attention to having good quality audio, you know? And it's like instantly when someone presses play on your video and those first few seconds are like, what? Or they have like a noise in the background or like a crackling or it's hard to hear. Someone's going to bounce out of there really, really quickly. So do not underestimate your audio. Definitely make sure you invest in the right equipment, and it doesn't have to be expensive, as we've talked about.
we have built our YouTube channel with a $30 microphone, and at the time the webcam was more expensive. It was like $120 for this webcam right here, but we've used it for like 5 years. This is the same webcam we've had for 5 years.
Still
and
going
we're still
strong.
using it. Timothy says, yes, I totally agree. We have to make YouTube a part of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, yeah, it has to, I always say it has to be like brushing your teeth or showering. It has to be a routine. If you want to last, like if you want the longevity of it, you got to find what works for you. If it works for you, then that's great. I mean, with Casey Neistat and his vlog, I've been actually watching him on podcasts, and for I think 3 years straight, he vlogged every single day. He had this huge Canon 70D, which was like a very big, heavy camera, and a big handheld Joby tripod. And it's a heavy setup, and he would carry that all the time, and he did it every day. And I was just listening to him on podcast, and he's like, he almost like broke, like he did actually break down. Like it was unsustainable. And that's why he quit. Like he totally stopped, and he doesn't ever know if he'll come back to doing vlogs.
He went for a long time, though.
It was fun while it lasted,
vlogs.
He said, but he's like pretty much done. And he's like, if I don't do another piece of work right now for the rest of his life, he's good, because he like maxed it.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, he got super famous, made a lot of money, like made a name for himself, but there was a lot of things in behind the scenes that suffered, and he said it's not a way, it's like he would never recommend anyone to be like that, to do a daily vlogging, to have a setup like that, to carry it around, because it almost killed him. And we've heard that many times.
I'm sure it's harmed his health over and over again. Actually, I think he talked about that too.
Yeah.
I have some friends that used to work with me that speaks Vietnamese, and one of my best friends lives in Georgia, and she's the one that got me wanting to speak it. Oh, very cool.
I would recommend going on Rosetta Stone website, and I think they have like a free trial, and also on New Year's, because everybody wants to learn something new on New Year's, they have like a major discount on New Year's. So, and it's quite inexpensive for a full program. So
that's really cool.
Yeah. Teddy B says the $50 blue snowball mic does the
trick.
Heard of that
one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. It's the circle.
Yep, the ball, the snowball.
Clint says Audio Technica and Samson have nice condenser mics. Yeah, I've heard of Audio Technica as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm picturing my $500 camera falling into my potato patch. I think I'm sticking with the iPhone.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing is I get really protective over it when I'm outdoors and outside, and if there's
you gotta be extra careful.
Yeah, right? But tipping over. Oh, that's another thing is Casey Neistat with his Canon 70D. He broke that camera so many times because he would put it in crazy places.
He's pretty rough with his equipment, though.
Yeah, he did, but and he could afford. I think he went through like maybe 7 to 10 Canon 70Ds, and these are like cameras that I think are close to $1,000. But he could afford it. I mean, he was like,
you'd have to get some accessories there, Tracy, to combat the weather, like if it's raining or something, and yeah, lots of things, little things like that to think about.
In the potato patch,
The dangers of overdoing it. Yes, the balance is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Well worth the 120 you paid for it. Yes.
Yeah, and
This was a great return on investment, this webcam.
here's the thing. It was so scary buying it because, it was 5 years ago and, it didn't have, like, it definitely didn't have all this extra cash lying around. And so $120 for a webcam seemed outrageous, right? It was like this tiny little camera, and you're like, $120. And I remember buying it from eBay, and I was like, okay, we have to make a lot of videos.
Yeah, we've made a great return on this webcam. It's definitely paid for itself. Roland says, I haven't done a video this week and I really don't care. Next week, I will get back at it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Plus, you have that really bad toothache. So why would you want to do a video while you have a toothache? That would probably hurts to move your mouth right now.
Yeah, we do that too. Like, don't feel bad if you like miss a video, doing a video, or miss your release date.
It's not the end of the world.
It's okay. You can always jump back on and pick it back up.
As long as you come back.
I was gonna say, as long as you come back and it's not something that you're doing like all the time for a long period of time, because that's when it really starts to hurt your growth on the channel.
Whoa, shout out to Rye. Made it
Rye.
just in time.
It's gonna have to be a bye Rye now.
Yeah, instead of hi Rye.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It's always a pleasure spending time with you. We really appreciate you being here and interacting with us and asking your questions and participating in the discussion. Really, really appreciate it.
And that's cool to hear that you are going to stick to your iPhone and, see if you can, analyze your channel and see what's happening with it. Is it the SEO? Is it this or that? And just, really hone in on what's going on with your channel. Arit did a video recently on the, I believe, 5 things that you were looking at.
What was the video?
About click-through rate, analytics, you were going through?
Oh, yes. So how to basically read certain metrics on your channel to know what to fix and what to improve. Yeah, that went out on Tuesday, I believe.
So I would suggest going in there and taking a look in there and seeing what you can improve.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening or a great morning/day if you're watching from the Philippines, Alan, and anybody else. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week, 6 p.m. PST or 9 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. So bye for now.
Bye, everybody.